Welcome back, GeerHeads. I'm Nate Miller. Today we're going to check out how to import your Oculus Medium sculpts into After Effects. Let's get it on.
GeerHed. Free your mind. Groovy. GeerHed.
I made a virtual record.
GeerHed.
First off, you're going to need to make sure that you have a couple different programs. Number one, you're definitely going to need After Effects right here. You're also going to need Video Copilots 3D Element. That's what I'm using in this tutorial today. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over how to export your sculpt so that you can use it in After Effects. So here we are in Medium, and I'm going to go over to my library, and I'm going to find this GeerHed. Right here, this is the guy that I'm going to want. So I'm going to load them up. Next thing you want to do is, if you see I have these split into 3 layers, and this is interesting because when you go into After Effects you can assign different materials to each layer. So I loaded this up into 3 main layers. You can have up to 5 in Video Copilots 3D Element, but right now I'm just going to show you quick and dirty how to get this in there. So you go into your control panel by pushing it's like the B button, it's the Y button on your Oculus controller. So you hold that down and you see this right here, it says export. This is what you're going to want to do. So you're going to click on this, and now you have some options here. You can do either OBJ or FBX, and there's some programs that likes FBX, but we're just going to go OBJ for now, and we're going to push export. Okay, so now we're done with this. So after you've done your sculpt, you've exported it, you got to go find your file in your Medium files and go throw them in your other files for Video Copilot. Here's how you do that. So what you're going to want to do is go over here into Documents, open up Documents, you're going to scroll down to Medium, and you are going to open up Sculpts, and then your name, whatever that may be, and then here is my GeerHed thing. Okay. And I name mine GeerHed VR. So I take that whole folder and I bring it down into Video Copilot's material or models. There's Nate's models. So I grab this whole folder. Don't forget to grab the entire folder and bring it down in here to Nate's models. Okay. So then you close out of this. Okay, now you're going to open up After Effects. You're going to make a new composition. I'm going to name this GeerHed. I'm going to go over here to my layer, and I'm going to make a new background layer very first. And now I'm going to throw a ramp on it to make it look cool. And I'm going to make it a radial ramp, and I'm going to... Let's go for the middle to be, let's go green for now. Why not? Okay, I'm going to mess around with this point. I'm going to have it be right there. And then I'm going to do my end color. I'm going to go change it to something more of kind of like a dark green. So that's kind of weird looking, but I think it'll work out just fine. Let's go down there, yeah. Okay, now I am going to open up a second layer. You need to have a second solid layer so that you can use your 3D element as your layer. So I'm going to go to Element. I'm going to take this element and I'm going to throw it on top of there. So that creates my 3D layer. Okay. The background, the layer that you put it on disappears, which is totally normal. So I'm going to go into Scene Setup now. And this is what your scene setup looks like in Oculus in your in Video Copilot's 3D program. So you come over here, open up your thing, and I have my GeerHed VR, and there's my sculpt right there. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to drag it and put it in my scene. Now for some reason it always ends up being upside down, which, you know, I don't know, I guess it's normal because everything I put in there ends up being upside down anyway. So what you do is that you just grab your rotate tool and you flip it upside down. Right there. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to rotate it back here like this. Okay, and now I can apply my materials to it. Which, this is what I was talking about multiple layers. So I have another GeerHed VR thing that I have. And I've actually saved each one into its own object layer. So right over here I have my headset. And then I saved the head. This is just the head without any of the hair or anything. And then I saved the hair as its own file. And I brought them all in so I could add 3 different layers to them. Now you can do this with any sculpt that you want. Just notice that you have to put it in each group file name right here. And then after you do that, you can have up to 5 of those. You can apply different materials to them. So for right now, I am just going to mess around and see what it look like in fabric. Or if I wanted to do jeans, right? Or stone. I used to be a stonemason, so this appeals to me. So I'm going to go over here now. You're going to see my face in here. The couple things that you're going to want to do after this is you're going to want to make a new light. And we're just going to have to do a point light. The color, let's make it a little bit more greeny to match what we have going on in the background. Now, cameras are important to go into 3D because it gives you your depth and everything that you want as far as the controls and stuff. So I am going to get my camera all set up here. Okay, and then around 10 seconds or so, I'm going to want it to sweep back around so that I'm looking flat at my Gear VR face. So now we're going to take a look at the animation. So we can cut that up in a couple different scenes if we want. Alright, so let's pre-render it out, and that will give us a better idea of what it all looks like. And let's say I want to add something a little bit more, I don't know, kind of neato. I'm going to go into my regular physical stuff, and I'm going to add a black outline with a blue tint on it. That looks pretty cool. I'm going to push OK, and we're going to run through the same animation again. See how that looks. Cool. Now I'm going to show you some other cool examples that I've done with this, and you can kind of see how adding more layers into it and changing material types and stuff like that is so cool, and it can add a really cool thing to your, to your video. So let's check that out. Okay, so here's one animation type I did, and this is with my regular Gear VR head. If you want to learn how to do that, I'll make another thing. But here's one I did with plastic. Or rubber. I think I did that one with rubber. And then here's one I did with glass. With the 4 different layers. And then this is one I did with metal. So I got the glass eyes, the different looking skin, and then a darker. And I really like that one with the metal. Well, I hope you enjoyed that tutorial, and thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned after this, because I got a really cool project I've been working on for the last 3 or 4 months called Big Trouble in Jumbotron. This is going to be like the first trailer for it. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Have a good one. See ya. Peace.
This is freaking amazing.
Whoa, did you say LVR? Whoa.
Wait, no.
Shut it down.
It feels wet, man. the king of the world! Woo-hoo-hoo!
You should see the look on your face.
Groovy. GeerHed. GeerHed.